Hello, everybody. My name is Tarrice Love,
and I'm
today,
Shyloh Wilkerson.
yeah.
Oh,
Just say your name.
Shyloh Wilkerson.
All right. So, tell us about your model and everything. And I've known Shyloh, gosh, almost as long as I've been in New York. We were roommates.
We were roommates.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't long, but we were definitely roommates.
And then we became neighbors.
Cross the street neighbors. Literally cross the street neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a model. I'm Shyloh Wilkerson. I've been modeling for 9 years, almost 10 years.
Okay.
And it's been a journey.
Okay.
It's been ups and downs, but it's been a pleasant journey.
Okay, so how did it start for you?
It started off when I was in high school. I got injured because I used to play basketball a lot. And after I got injured, I told my mom, I have a dream. Let's just do the whole modeling thing. And she agreed. And so we pursued modeling full force. And we bought a plane ticket to Miami and got with an agency. And it all started from there. Straight from Miami to New York.
Okay. So how was the journey being in New York, being a New York model? How has that been for you?
And being a New York model it's been pleasant, I would say, because I've learned how to defend myself. I know how to push myself, and I learned how to hustle.
Like defend yourself like
defend myself when it comes to a person with standards, because some models just let anybody tell them to do anything and they just lose themselves. So I learned how to defend Shyloh and stay true to who I am, along with learn how to hustle and all that other stuff. So
okay. So I don't know, what, like, some of the things, like, what kind of modeling things have you done?
Well, currently I am a fit model and showroom model. I've done runway, lingerie, print, editorials, bridal. I've done a lot of stuff within the 9 years I've been doing this.
Okay, tell us about this showroom modeling, because a lot of people only think that there's two kinds of modeling, runway and editorial.
Exactly. There's a whole different market. With showroom and fit modeling, I'm kind of behind the scenes. With showroom, a company would want to hire you. Let's give or take, Diane von Furstenberg. Okay, so we know Diane von Furstenberg, her clothes are sold in like department stores or any other boutique stores. And so what I do, I put on the clothes for the company, and other buyers would come and see the clothes that's on me, and they would purchase those clothes to be sold in their store. So that's what I do.
So it's like a personal fashion show for
Basically, I sit in the closet, they tell me to put on the clothes, and I just do a little mini runway for the clients that wants to buy the clothes.
Okay.
And a fit model, let's say for this shirt that I'm wearing, we know that mannequins can't move and do all this. So what I do, I put on the clothes to make sure that they're movable and they're comfortable and the measurements are right. And so I'm basically a hanger and a mannequin also.
Okay.
As a fit model.
So you, as a fit model, you work directly with the designer.
Directly. They're sewing and pinning and stitching, and they do all their work and construction on my body.
Okay.
So it's behind the scenes, but I love what I do. I love it. So I'm not going to say it's mediocre, but I love it.
Yeah, because it's good money.
Consistent money is good money.
Okay, Shyloh, tell us about your experiences working with me, because you've worked with me a lot over the years.
I have, from the times when I used to just come waltzing across the street and be like, hey, Tarrice, you want to do something? Tarrice would be like, come on in, girl. And I'd be like, yay. But no, I've had amazing experiences with you, especially when it came to taking that big old fluffy t-shirt and you cut and tist and tied that T-shirt. You remember the editorial we did where you
Yeah.
sewed everything on me? That was my all-time favorite photo shoot because I literally stood there and he did his magic. And I think that's when I fall in love with being a fit model, because to see somebody actually construct something on me, I was like, this is magic. I've never seen this before. And I've had other great shoots where we just sit here and talk and then we shoot afterwards. And I'm like, this is how all photographers should be. Not the mean, I just want to shoot you and you leave my presence type of photographers. No, we actually sit and actually bond as neighbors and ex-roommates. So I love coming here and talking to my buddy.
Now, one of the things that I really was kind of just proud of is that you told me that the first time we shot together was with when I made you the shirt out of the basketball net, and it's still your comp card picture.
Still my comp card.
And I met you in 07.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that shoot in 07, and it's 7 years later, and that picture still is
striking
and effective.
That's what I look for in all of my images. If it's striking, it's what you call a lifetime photo. No matter
classic,
it's classic. That's the word. It's a classic photo. You see all of Shiloh in one shot. So most photographers do that, but I think his just struck everybody's heart. So it's iconic. It's an iconic photo.
Aww.
Yay.
Okay, you get to ask me a question.
Okay. Where do you see your work taking you in the next 10 years?
I don't know. I want to have books. I want to be in museums. I used to kind of think that I wanted to do editorials and be in magazines, but the dynamics of magazines have changed so much over the years where it's not my priority anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and I just want my work to be in places where long after I'm gone, it's still there. And like with magazines, and what people don't understand is that like, magazines ride trend. And as soon as the trend over, so is the imagery. And my work is beyond that because I went to art school and they taught us to look at it as an art.
Yeah.
So you don't buy art and constantly interchange the paintings on your wall.
No.
It stays there forever. So it's like you can go to my grandma's house and she had a little nappy-headed black girl with the puppy painting in her dining room.
Yeah.
It's been there ever since I was 6 years old, and it's still there now.
Yeah, it's like my comp card and the basketball net. It's an iconic photo. So I understand you want your work to be legendary instead of a trend that just flips over and is forgotten about. So I get it. That's good.
Okay. Now, this is the last thing. Is there any kind of advice that you would give any newcomer in the business?
I would say stand for what you believe in. If you believe in yourself, stand for yourself. People are going to want to change you, your parents, and they want you to look this way, talk this way, speak this way, but you have to stay you. That's what makes you genuine, it separates you from every other model. So if you could stay true to yourself, you're going to go really far. So don't change. Well, if they tell you to cut your hair, maybe cut it. It may help a little bit, but stay true to who you are. Whether it's your personality, stick to it. Whether it's your demeanor, stick to it. Whether it's your religion, stick to it. Whether it's your love and your passion, stick to who you are. Because believe it or not, people are going to like you for who you are and not what your bookers actually want you to be.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the bookers just want you to make money.
Hell, that's it.
So if I know that when I came to New York, everybody was like, "Oh, you need to get rid of your accent because the Southern thing is not going to work for you up here
Yeah.
in New York." And I'm just like, well, if the Southern thing works for me, then all of a sudden they're going to want everyone to be Southern too.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta stay true to who yourself. Don't. I mean, there's a saying that I love and I stick by. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And you don't want to fall for anything that somebody tells you to do. Like, you're gonna be an idiot. You're gonna be this pot of different personalities that people feed. And I'm like, no, if it was you, if you were from the South, stay to your whole Southern roots. I mean, like, if you have to change your clothes, then hey, change your clothes. But if you are Southern, stay Southern. Like me, I'm Bahamian. I'm from the Bahamas. I stick to my roots. I'm an island girl. I would climb a tree barefoot in 2 seconds. I'm gonna stick to who I am. Don't mind the boot wearing and nice fancy clothes. No, I would get to the island girl roots in a split second. So I stick to who I am, no matter what.
okay. Well, we're going to call it quits. I'm Tarrice.
And I'm Shiloh.
And we're out. Yes.